Hello everyone, I'm Urju Suleiman of Hightech Power Incorporated, one of the field application engineers here, and my field of expertise is electrical. Uh, Before anything else, I would like to thank you all for attending our webinar, and also I would like to welcome you to the Hightech Power Incorporated series of webinar. So our topic for today will be Safeconnect Electrical Fire Safety, the hot connection indicator, a 24/7 electrical cable monitor. So sabi nga, di bali ng manakawan, wag lang masunugan. So at the end of this presentation, magkakaroon tayo ng idea how to protect more our family, our company, and also our belongings. So stay tuned. In order for us to prevent fire from happening, we must know what are the top causes of fire incidents. So this is the top 5 causes of fire incidents in the Philippines. So top 5 lang to. Number 1 is overloaded electrical wires. Number 2 is exploding LPG tanks. Number 3 is flammable liquids. Number 4 is careless smoking. And number 5 is open flames. So as we can see, number 1 po yung overloaded electrical wires. Kasi nga, most is hindi sila properly monitored. At the same time, hindi natin nalalaman kung nagkakaroon na ng loose connection or minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng expansion or additional loads tapos hindi na pala suitable para dun sa circuit na yon or dun sa breaker or sa cable na yon, hindi na pala yun yung pinaka-capacity niya po. So most probably ang magkukos talaga niyan is yun nga, mag-i-ignite siya, susunog. On this slide, we can see some results of unmonitored electricals, melted cable insulations, melted breakers, and even worse, which is fire. This is not coming healthy for us actually. So, supposedly, ito yung mga nagpo-protect sana ng mga circuits natin for our lightings and our outlets. But ang nangyayari, let's say, hindi naman nagkaroon ng short circuit, so hindi magti-trip yung breaker. Or let's say, nag-init na yung kable, tapos hindi pa nag-trip yung breaker. So, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon po ng uh, impact ito sa mga breakers natin, sa mga protection natin. Baka magkaroon ng oxidation dyan or even corrosion po na magre-result po into ignition. Now, what we have here is an example of electrical fault with catastrophic effect. Pag sinabing catastrophic effect, hindi na siya pwedeng i-repair lang. Ang kailangan talaga is replacement na. So, ang rectification mo is replacement na. So, kindly watch po. Yun, di ba? Sunog na sunog. May pagsabog pa. Buti, explosion proof yata yung pinaka case niya. Opo. Pero, alam natin, or we all know that, pag replacement siya, it's not coming very cheap. Palagi costly yan. Opo, buti nga, ganyan lang, hindi siya nandamay. Pero try to imagine na nasa maintenance ka ng isang company, tapos nandamay pa yung sunog ng iba pang equipment. Or let's say, kung bawa nasa bahay tayo, yung isang equipment tapos or yung isang appliances natin sumabog ng damay, buong bahay mo sunog na. Diba? Ulitin ko lang, sabi ko nga, di bali ng manakawan, wag lang masunugan. For most of electrical practitioners, we are very much familiar on using thermal scanners, but this kind of monitoring are scheduled. Baka once a month, quarterly, or even annually or once a year lang. But we are not 100% sure that this is the status of our cables or our terminations. Hindi natin alam na halimbawa, nag-monitor ka, hindi naman pala naka 100% or naka full load. Or kung nag-full load ka man, baka may time frame bago mag-init ng ganito yung mga cables natin. So better yet, we must embrace a 24/7 monitoring on our cable terminations. To monitor our cables more, we must know the stages of electrical connection ignitions. Number 1, heat develops in electrical connection. Number 2, electrical connection contact force reduces slightly causing a higher resistance connection. Yung medyo nag-loose na po siya. Number 3, increased heat develops within the electrical connection. Number 4, if the temperature rises above 90 degrees Celsius, copper contact surfaces oxidizes more rapidly and the connection resistance increases generating more heat. Yan po yung nangangalawang na siya, i-oxidize na siya. o yung nag-aasin. Number 5, if the copper creep temperature limit is achieved, which is 135 degrees Celsius, the connection contact force can decrease due to changes in copper elasticity or plasticity. This again increase connection in resistance and generated heat. The creep temperature limit for brass is even lower at 91 degrees Celsius. And lastly, connection resistance and heat increases until eventual ignition of local insulation materials or electrical arcing eject sparks which ignite local combustibles. Yan po yung nasunog na siya, yung number 6. Yan po pinaka-iniiwasan po natin. At this point, maybe you will ask, Sir Erju, do you have any products or do you have any ways that we can monitor our cables 24/7? So please kindly watch this video.
The Hot Connection Indicator is a brand new electrical fire safety accessory designed to highlight heated electrical connections to the naked eye. The indicator highlights heated connections at their early stage of development, long before they reach temperatures capable of causing fire or breakdown. The indicator simply pushes onto a cable, no disconnection required, gives 24/7 monitoring, and will permanently change colour from purple to pink if the connection becomes heated. This new electrical safety accessory has unique innovation that provides historic heat indication to the naked eye and adds a new dimension during electrical installation condition reporting. The Hot Connection Indicator, the brand new electrical safety innovation helping protect lives, homes, and businesses against electrical connection fires.
And we are very proud to say that High-Tech Power Incorporated is the sole distributor here in the Philippines. Now let us learn more about HCI. These are the conditions detectable by the Safeconnect HCI. High resistance or loose electrical connections, deteriorating electrical contacts, and cable overloads. Also, these are the sizes po, H1, H2, and H3. H1 is good for 1 mm squared up to 4 mm squared CSA or cross-sectional area. H2 is good for 6 mm squared to 16 mm squared. And for H3 from 10 mm squared to 35 mm squared cross-sectional area. And 25 mm squared up to 70 mm squared cross-sectional area. Ngayon po, dun sa high resistance, deteriorating electrical contacts, and cable overloads, lahat po yan is nagkukos po ng ignition or pag-iinit up to hanggang sa maging flame na siya o ma-burn na po, mag-melt na po yung ating po mga breakers and even our cables po, cable insulations. Ngayon, ito po yung mga sizes na cover up po ng ating pong HCI. Yun nga po, naka-group siya from H1, H2, and H3. So, yung mga ano po dyan, yung electrical maintenance po dyan, yung mga nasa construction po dyan, alam na alam po natin alin po ba yung mga cables na commonly ginagamit po natin sa atin pong mga trabaho. One of the most important question is how to install Safeconnect HCI and also its benefits. Number one po, simple push-on application. You don't have to disconnect your cables from your breakers. No disconnection required, sabi niya po. Number two, distinct safety benefits over thermal camera inspections. Number three, easy to read visual indication to the naked eye. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo kailangan gumamit ng aparato, hindi mo kailangan gumamit ng equipment. Malalaman at malalaman mo na nag-hit na po over 70 degrees po yung atin pong mga cables kapag nakita natin na nag-change na siya from purple to pink. So again, from purple to pink. So makikita mo naman majority baka naka-purple pa yan, pero yung isang cable dyan is naka-pink. That means or that signifies alone that it reaches its 70 degrees Celsius po. Number 4 is 24/7 continuous safety monitoring. Yan yung sinasabi ko. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ganyan po mag-monitor si Safeconnect. Number 5, memory color change which is permanent. Bakit permanent? Nagpa-permanent lang naman po siya kapag umabot na siya dun sa pinakalimit niya, which is 70 degrees Celsius. Let's say, halimbawa, umaabot lang siya ng 69, babalik pa rin po siya sa purple. Pero once na nag-reach po siya ng 70 degrees and above, magiging permanent na po siya. Question is why? Let's say, nakapatay po yung equipment. Hindi ganun kainit yung cable mo. Pero pag nakasindi siya, umaabot siya over 70 degrees Celsius. Then, that explains why the reason na kailangan magkaroon ng change color. Po, again, kailangan po maging change ng color para ma-address po ng maintenance or ma-address po ng electrician yung mga cables natin na over 70 degrees Celsius na po yung nagiging temperature. Let's take a look on Safeconnect credibilities. Number one, Safeconnect is the winner of Electrical Industry Awards of 2018. Number two, Safeconnect is a proud member of NAPIT, which is National Association of Professional Inspectors and Testers in UK. Number three, Safeconnect is a patent pending. This means it is an invention which is subjected to be recognized as first of its kind in the world. So yan na po yung mga na-accomplish po ni Safeconnect in a short period of time. So if I will consider myself as an end user, I will not settle for just theoretical approach, but rather on actual implementation. So please, let's watch this video. So we have a timer po. So we can detect how fast mag-react po yung Safeconnect. We also have a thermometer para malaman din po natin on what temperature na po yung ating cable. And at the right side po, meron tayong blue up camera. So nakafocus po dyan yung Safeconnect po natin. So again, sabi ko nga, pag hindi pa natitrigger yung Safeconnect, it is violet or purple in color po. So now we're reaching 60 degrees Celsius. So medyo nagpipink na siya, pero pag binaba mo yan, magbabalik pa siya sa purple. But it reaches more than 70 degrees Celsius, kaya alam natin na hindi na po siya babalik dun sa original color po niya. Magiging permanent na po yung pink na yan. And also, let us consider Safeconnect HCI as a consumable part for our maintenance po. So ayan po yung sinasabi ko, from kanina nag full load ka, papuntang full load, may kinain siyang time para ma-reach yung ganong temperature, and now siguro pinatay na nila yung equipment, kaya bumababa na po yung temperature po ng ating cable, ng ating termination. So nakita nyo po kanina, kung na-notice nyo, less than 5 seconds po, nag-react na po yung ating phone Safeconnect HDI. So there you have it po. Nakikita ninyo gaano ka-significant po yung atin pong Safeconnect. So at this point po, kung makikita po siya ng electrician, uy, pink na yon, yung Safeconnect na yon, yung HCI na yon, that's the time po para i-address na po ng ating pong electrician or ng ating maintenance engineer yung cable o yung circuit po na yon, na hindi na niya kailangan gumamit ng thermal scanner or ng other apparatus po. Makikita niya by through naked eye lang po, malalaman, madidetect na po natin na meron na pong heat build-up po sa ating pong cables. Another good news for us po is HCI is not limited on single cables alone. HCI also has approach for large cable like XLPEs, for SWAs, and even for ACSR cables. So, kindly notice po na hindi po siya limited for 70 degrees Celsius, kundi for 90 degrees Celsius. And also, kindly notice po na kapag hindi pa triggered yung HCI for large cable, white po yung color po niya. Pag na-trigger naman po siya, it means na na-reach niya po yung 90 degrees Celsius, magiging black po yung white na yan, yung part na white. Okay po. And also, for large cables, our term will be hot connection cable wrap indicator. So, yung example kanina is at 90 degrees. Meron naman po dito for 70 degrees. So, meron po tayong dalawang set points which is 70 degrees Celsius and also 90 degrees Celsius. Kasi may mga cables na ang trigger nila is 70 degrees Celsius before ignition. Meron naman po na 90 degrees Celsius before ignition. Po. Again po, kindly notice na ito po yung normal color po ng ating cable wrap indicator. Pag normal color is white and then activated color at 70 degrees or 90 degrees, magiging black po siya. Ito po yung mga physical properties po niya. Adhesive type, which is acrylic. Carrier, polyester. Covering film, polyester. Response time, 2 to 5 seconds lang. So, ganun siya kabilis. Color change material, non-toxic, white crystalline solid on a black absorbent backing, adhered with acrylic adhesive. Tolerance plus or minus 1 degree Celsius, and for storage, store at room temperature and humidity, for example 16 to 27 degrees Celsius or 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's time for some hot connection indicator frequently asked question or FAQs. Number one is, why permanent color change at 70 degrees Celsius? The answer is 70 degrees Celsius aligns with the maximum operating temperature of standard cables. 70 degrees Celsius is also before any physical deterioration of connection PVC or insulation occurs and long before potential plant breakdowns or fire ignition risk. Yun pala yung 70 degrees Celsius. Kaya dun po yung set point po ng atin pong HCI or hot connection indicator. Another question po is, why purple and pink colors? Purple and pink colors are used because they are contrastingly distinguishable and they stand out against the usual colors that can be found within electrical boards and panels. For example, gray, brown, black, blue, red, yellow, green, and white. So alam naman natin, yung colors po ng mga cables natin is RYB. Sabi nga, di ba? Red, yellow, and blue. Tapos meron tayong green for grounding. Tapos sa neutral, white, or sometimes black. Tapos for other some line is gumagamit po tayo ng brown. And most po ng mga panels po natin, ang color po nila is gray, di po ba? Kaya wala siyang na-touch na color po doon. Pinipilit po kasi ng HCI or ng Safeconnect na through naked eyes, you can detect which cables has low temperature and high temperature above or exceeding 70 degrees or 90 degrees Celsius. Po. At this point, we were given a scenario. Sabi niya, once HCI is installed and the cover is refitted, you cannot see the indicators. Kasi nga, sa panel, kapag na-terminate mo na or na-connect mo na po yung cable mo sa breaker, maglalagay ka pa rin or meron pa rin siyang takip para sa mga yon. Tama nga naman. So, here's the answer po. Once installed, HCIs are there for visual indications to the electrician at the next inspection or modification, whichever is earlier. Ibig sabihin, pag bukas mismo ng electrician, malalaman niya kung aling cable na yung nagkakaroon ng 70 degrees Celsius temperature or even higher. Opo. If a distribution board is installed correctly to the manufacturer's recommendations, heated connection can take years to develop and reach temperatures capable of causing ignition. Tagal naman, pero syempre, gaano naman tayo kadalas mag-monitor. However, heated connections can slowly develop due to metal creep within a connection and or local environment changes. Fluctuation, electrical load, temperature changes, and local disturbance or vibrations. Yun nga, kasi hindi natin ma-perfect yung pinaka-source po natin. Di ba nga, nagkakaroon tayo ng fluctuation sa ating voltage or even sa current. Sabi nga, yung voltage drop o minsan voltage spill or minsan current drop or current spill, hindi natin makokontrol yan. Rather, kung gumamit ka lang ng VFD, yan, sigurado ka. Pero kung hindi naman tayo gumagamit ng VFD, it is safe for us na gumamit naman po tayo ng HCI. Kasi 24/7 po ang pag-monitor po ng HCI sa temperature po ng ating pong mga kable. Another good question po is, does the HCI become brittle or disintegrated at elevated temperature? The answer is, the HCI or hot connection indicator is made of polypropylene and does not go brittle or disintegrated like PVC cable insulation at elevated temperature. If the temperature of an HCI rises above 160 degrees Celsius, it does start to soften or deform slightly. So 160 degrees Celsius, dun pa lang po siya medyo lalambot. The HCI has been tested to temperatures up to 250 degrees Celsius and whereby the HCI deformed but remains on the cable. So andun pa rin siya, nakadikit pa rin siya sa ating cable. But take note, siguro dun sa 160 degrees or dun sa, lalo na, dun sa 250 degrees Celsius, nagbabaga na po yung kable po natin. Di po ba? Another question is, what is the ideal application of the HCI? The HCI is ideal for use as part of electrical installation condition reporting and inspection of electrical installation. They add the new unique safety function for permanent color change or historic heat indication, highlighting developing heated connection. So, halimbawa, meron po tayong table. Let's say, nag-monitor tayo, let's say wala tayong thermal scanner. So makikita natin yung mga cables natin. Pag binuksan natin yung panel boards natin, makikita natin yung mga cables natin. Kapag lahat siya nag-purple, purple po yung HCI natin, may lalagay natin na lahat na below 70 degrees po lahat yan. Pero halimbawa, meron isang cable dyan na nagpipink siya. So, i-monitor natin yan. Una, i-address natin para ma-decrease yung temperature niya. And then, papalitan po natin yung HCI niya. And then, pag halimbawa, nakita natin na nag-pink pa rin. So, there must be something wrong. Ibig sabihin, kailangan i-address ulit natin yun. Baka yung ginawa nating rectification is not enough for it. So better yet, i-address po natin ulit and then palitan ulit natin yung HCI. So sabi ko nga, yung HCI kasi, let's consider it as consumable na po siya. Consumable po yung HCI. Once na nag-pink na po siya, nag-permanent color na siya, permanent color change na po siya, kailangan na po natin siyang palitan. Another question is, are HCIs easy to fit? As discussed earlier, HCIs are extremely easy to fit. They simply push fit onto a cable, no disconnection required. So ipupush fit lang po talaga siya. Kahit running pa nga po yung mismong cable po natin, push fit lang po siya. Ganun lang po siya kadali. Our next question is, how long will a hot connection indicator last? Hot connection indicators will last for many years, providing they are not in sunlight or exposed to UV. When used as recommended, we suggest replacing your hot connection indicators during periodic electric inspection, usually 5 yearly. Ngayon po, maganda po kasi practice na pinapalitan po yung HCI natin every time na nagme-maintenance po tayo. Sabi ko nga, consumable po siya. Pero kung halimbawa, hindi naman po siya exposed nga sa sunlight or exposed to UV, hindi naman po naapektuhan po yung HCI natin. As long as hindi naman po nag-trigger po yung ating pinaka-temperature which is 70 degrees Celsius. Next is, what advantage does the hot connection indicator have over thermal camera inspections? So, thermal camera inspections, though very precise and having full temperature range, give a real-time snapshot image of heated connections that are apparent at the time of the inspection. In the above storage heater, oven, or shower scenario, the thermal camera inspection, if carried out when circuits are off-load, would not highlight any developing connection problems as the connection would have cooled down. Yun nga po yung na-explain ko po kanina, kung hindi naman po talaga naka-full load, tapos nag-thermal scanner ka, so hindi mo talaga siya makukuha. Hindi mo makikita kung nagiinit na talaga yung ating mga kable. So better to po talaga magkaroon tayo ng 24/7 monitoring sa ating po mga kable to prevent fire po, to save our assets, to save our family, syempre yung life ng pinaka-importante na masasave po natin or mapoproteksyonan po natin against fire. Di ba? This time we have a bonus trivia question. Do you know where the name of our planet came from? O, alam nyo ba, sino nagpangalan ng Earth sa Earth? Po ba? Alam po ba dito? And the answer is, the name Earth is derived from both English and German words, Iorde, Erta, and Erde, respectively, which means ground. But the handle's creator is unknown. So, hindi alam kung sino po yung o kanino galing yung word na Earth. One interesting fact about its name, Earth is the only planet that wasn't named after a Greek or Roman god or goddess. For example, Saturn was named after the Roman god of agriculture, and Jupiter's name comes from the king of the Roman gods. Our source is Living Science. So before we end this webinar, I would like to mention the HPI electrical solution, Safeconnect for electrical fire safety, Sembre for UL listed electrical terminal blocks and terminal logs, Solway for our solar streetlight solutions, Maxalizumi for heavy-duty electrical tools, Gangpool for all-around electrical construction and maintenance tools and equipments from grounding cable termination, hydraulic cable pullers, PPEs for electrical personnel, and electrical testing equipment. And in behalf of High Tech Power Incorporated, again, I'm Engineer Erju Suleiman, and I would like to thank you all for attending our webinar. Thank you and keep safe, everyone.